This is your First Alert Weather Breakdown, a deep dive into how weather works with meteorologist Evan Thomason.
Welcome on in to the First Alert Weather Breakdown. Hello, meteorologist Evan Thomason. Sorry for starting out a little bit late. We are starting at 10:39 now. But essentially, that is because we were running something on the stream. Thank you for those of you watching that stuck around after the live stream of Texas A&M's Texarkana's. Well, that's a little bit of a mouthful. Texas A&M Texarkana's new stadium announcement there. Thanks for hanging around for those of you that just hung on the stream for another couple minutes. Obviously, that ended at 10:35, so since that was running on the stream, that's also running on the same desk that I am sitting at right now, so hence case in point, I couldn't be able to get on directly at 10:30. But hey, we're here now. We're going over your full weather here for the day today. This is essentially what I was just going to go over. Originally, I did have an interview scheduled, but turns out it was maybe kind of for the best because, as I said earlier, going to get on until 10:39 anyway. So tomorrow we've got a football forecast, but for today, we're just going to go a lot more in-depth to what's going on with our Arklatex weather all around the region here. And there's a lot to discuss, so honestly, there's enough to talk about with just that alone. Big weather changes with rapid increases and decreases in temperatures over the next 7 days. And some of that has to deal with rain also coming in and out of the region. Most of it's coming out, especially for the short term. Today, tomorrow look lovely, but weekend, maybe not so much. So watch out. That's what we're going over here for Start with a Breakdown. I believe I got everything up and running. Let me double check because I know that's usually how long it takes to switch between streams, by the way, 2-3 minutes to be able to get all my stuff set up. I kind of rushed it here for today. Let's see, I got the push out. We are live streaming on our YouTube page as well. Thanks for those of y'all joining from there. And we have our weather graphics set up. Beautiful. How about it? All right, let's go on into the weather graphics here right now. There's a live look into our Mattress Plus Skycam out in the downtown Shreveport. It is a lovely look for now. Nothing but sunshine, blue skies, and maybe just a few tiny bits of some high-level cloud cover. But overall, rain is gone. Rain is out today. We did have a slim rain chance yesterday, but boy, did that get verified, especially in for Shreveport. Yeah, especially yesterday morning. We had just a tiny few cells just attacking, I wouldn't say Shreveport only, but there's just tiny few shells that were able to traverse across the Arklatex here from Tuesday and Wednesday. Today and Friday, though, rain chances pretty much zero here for the next 2 days. We're dealing with hot temperatures and lots of sunshine. Excuse me, at least here for today. Cloud cover does return tomorrow, but overall we are dry for the next 2 days, which kicks up the summer heat, and it's also going to kick up the summer humidity as well. The point is we are back into summertime, you could say. Then for the weekend, that's when our big cold front is coming on in. So welcome all, especially for those of you wondering if your weekend plans are going to be in jeopardy, because yes, we do have a chance of storms coming here for this coming weekend, along with some much cooler temperatures. This is going to be much more of a comfortable feel here for this weekend, especially compared to the next 2 days. And then slowly but surely, we are going to be building in more heat here for next work week, but that's all because we do have some sunshine coming back into the forecast here for next work week. So today, hot. Temperatures early this morning were in the upper 60s and lower 70s just about 2 to 3 hours ago. Now the temperatures have rapidly increased up to 88 now in Shreveport, 84 in Texarkana, 85 in Marshall. That's what we really want to keep you first alert about currently, is how much the temperatures are rising, which they are expected to rise a lot in for today, especially, again, because we're already up to 88 in Shreveport, 85 Marshall, 84 in Natchitoches, 82 in Minden, 84 in Magnolia. That does not include the feels like temperatures. Already up to 94 in Shreveport, 87 in Texarkana, 92 in Natchitoches. So that's what's happening out there. We'll go over the temperature outlook over the next couple days in just a moment. But let's get a glimpse into what's happening here for the big picture of things. And I currently want to talk about what's going on in the tropics, believe it or not. And this is not even tropics for the Atlantic Ocean. This is tropics for what's going on in the Pacific. We have Hurricane Lorena, which is a Cat 1 hurricane off the coast of Cabo in Mexico. Not giving, it is a hurricane that is hitting Cabo, so it's giving Cabo quite their fair share of flash flooding, especially on that huge peninsula up on the western edge of Mexico there. If you look at all the moisture, though, look where it's going, especially the outer bands. They're almost being sucked up into the synoptic flow, which it means is specifically like the large-scale flow. All this moisture is going up to the north and east. That's why I want to mention, first of all, this hurricane, because it's providing the moisture that's going to feed into this next cold front. And guess what's up to the north and east eventually? It's going to be us here in the Arklatex. Yeah, we already kind of have a cold front set up around the northern edge of Oklahoma and Texas. That's going to be slowly but surely creeping into the Arklatex here for the weekend to cool us off. But the problem is there's lots of hot air filtering right in front of that we're going to be stuck with here at least for 2 days. So essentially, again, 2 days you're dealing with a good amount of heat all around the Arklatex. That includes highs today getting up into the mid to upper 90s. 96 today, Marshall. 97 to both Shreveport and Texarkana. 95 into Coshada. 95 also in Hope and Mount Pleasant. That does not include the feels like temperatures today getting up to around 100 degrees. No heat alerts around for today. I don't think we'll have them for tomorrow, but boy, do we come close. And granted, we haven't even had a heat advisory here in a while. So that kind of goes to show you just how hot we're getting here over the next 2 days. Definitely some of the hottest days in recent memory, at least. With feels like temperatures getting up to probably around the 105 mark here for tomorrow afternoon. So, yeah, it could be even hotter here for tomorrow on Friday. And then the cool air is going to filter on into Saturday. And check out the highs on Saturday. Keep in mind, these are actual high temperatures, but still, this is an impressive drop-off nevertheless. 70s and lower 80s for high temperatures there on Saturday. It's going to be feeling so much more comfortable around here. That's why I say 2 straight hot days before our temperatures fall off immensely. So for the muggy meter, it will get oppressive here for Friday and Saturday. Now, I know what you're thinking. Saturday. Well, Evan, you just told me the cool down is happening on Saturday, and it is. The reason why our muggy meter is still at the oppressive level there for Saturday is because there's rain going to be around. And anytime there's rain around, you have an immense amount of moisture around, so the humidity's still there. But once the rain completely goes away, it's going to be away for good. Look at that rank. Comfortable air. And we're fully in the comfortable levels here between Sunday, Monday, and even Tuesday. I know my face is blocking Tuesday. Looks like we do start to ramp up the humidity levels back at the tail of the second half of next work week. But at least between Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it is going to be feeling nice. Comfortable around here. I'm looking forward to it. Now, again, all that happens after we get rid of the rain. And actually, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to go into what happens with the rain here for the weekend and go over the 7-day forecast. After a quick commercial break, we'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back on into the first Solar Weather Breakdown. Thanks for hanging around. All right, so probably we've now gotten to the main show, which is, for many of you at least, which is when is the rain coming back? Because, yes, Evan, summer heat, summer humidity, September's still known for it. But essentially, and hey, you are definitely looking forward to that cool down. At least most of you are probably looking forward to that cool down that's going to be coming here for the weekend. But that does come at the cost of rain showers coming back into your weekend. So let's take a good look at what's going on with the future track. Again, for today is the first day where we first day where we really have completely dry conditions. Nothing is expected across our Doppler radar at all throughout Thursday. Once we get into Friday, cloud cover's back, and that's going to start in the morning hours and start to become a little more abundant once we get into the afternoon, it looks like, as well. And to be fair, there could be a slim chance of some rain coming back and peeping back in here for tomorrow, late afternoon and into evening. Most of that's going to be on the outskirts of the Arklatex. You see that little stray cell out there by the Queen there for late Friday night. So overall, if you're headed out to high school football, well, specifically I have a forecast for that coming on up, but if you're going out to some football games there for Friday night, I think they'll be fine. Most of the rain should hold off, but we start to see lots of problems arise essentially in the overnight hours when you're sleeping or when you are out late night and about and you have some bar plans there for your late Friday heading into early Saturday. You'll see the problems starting to arise on the horizon. Looks like we got scattered storms almost starting around the I-30 corridor. Look at the timing, though. 3 a.m. Again, this is happening while you're sleeping between Friday and Saturday for the most part. And then once we get into early Saturday morning, that's when the scattered storm coverage appears to be rolling down into the I-20 corridor. And, yeah, this is going to be a very rainy early Saturday morning to start us off for the day today. And that's when the cool down happens. Cool down's coming in with the rain there for your day. And now this is actually good news for Saturday because once we get the rain out of the way from Saturday early morning, it appears that in the middle of the day we start to dry things up around lunchtime. And we could be dry, theoretically, for the rest of your Saturday. So if you have any Saturday afternoon plans, they're looking fine. I just watch out if you have anything, again, early Saturday morning. And again, that's early Saturday morning. I even think we dry things out for the most part by the mid to, I think we dry things out mostly for by the late morning hours there for your Saturday. So I know we have a 40% chance of storms on Saturday. It's going to show up in the forecast. But again, most of that happens early in the morning. Now for Sunday, you can kind of see it a little bit there. This is as far out as the future track goes. But you can see these storms starting to rise there for your Sunday morning. If you're going out to Mass, you might be waking up to a few storms there for Sunday morning. Before Sunday afternoon, I think also looks dry. So the weekend mornings, just not looking too great. I do want to mention this, though. Storm Prediction Center does have us under a marginal risk for severe weather, particularly for those along and north of the I-30 corridor. That's between the storms coming late Friday night, overnight into Saturday morning. So, yes, not only could those wake you up with some heavy rain and some lightning there for early first thing in the morning Saturday morning, but they could also could contain a chance for hail. That's what the National Weather Service is mainly watching out for, a slim chance of hail with the storms that are coming through there. All right, let's get to some lifestyle forecasts before we hit the 7-day forecast. Again, Friday night football is coming up this Friday. Dry conditions again for this Friday. It will be a little cloudy. I know it will look a little threatening because there's going to be a good amount of cloud cover around and a good amount of humidity as well, good amount of moisture in the air. And that's going to lead to some hot temperatures. 90 degrees for kickoff. In fact, some of the feels like temperatures could still be around 100 degrees for kickoff. So remember week 1 last week where we had nice comfortable field temperatures in the 70s for Friday night football last week? Well, we're back to our typical early season high school hot football, so to speak, there for your Friday night. But again, most of the rain should be gone. Just watching out for maybe a stray shower for those of you around Texarkana late in the nighttime. But overall, we should be mostly dry. And we should be mostly clear of those games. Again, most of the storms going to happen in the morning hours there between Saturday and Sunday. But look at the highs. Look at the high temperatures. 82 and 83 degrees. That's cooling off by around like 15 degrees between Friday and Saturday. Yeah, a 15. Let me just reiterate that again for those of you in the back. A 15-degree temperature drop between Friday and Saturday. going to be immense. It's going to be impressive. And not only that, I mentioned this earlier, the humidity also considerably falls off as well. It's going to be fantastic. I personally am looking forward to it. Look, I'm a fan of all weather, including even hot weather here for the day today because it still brings sunshine. Can't complain about the sunshine, but I will be enjoying the cooler, more comfortable feel, especially for Sunday and early next week. Once we get the sun out, though, next work week, I know I haven't talked too much about what's happening next work week. Again, sun's pretty much back out by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The rain should be pretty much restricted to the weekend only. I got just temperatures coming up. 85 there on Monday, back up to highs around 91 by Wednesday, and I think by the second half of next week, we will start to see some summer-like conditions return back into the Arctic. That also includes the humidity coming up a big time, too. So, essentially, just taking a break from the September summer heat and humidity once again, but hey, that's going to be around here for today and tomorrow. Highs around 97 degrees. Again, those feels like temperatures around the low to mid 100s over the next 2 days. It could be brutal at times. Watch out. All right, that's all I have for you here for the day today. Thanks for watching First Look with a Breakdown. We got one more episode tomorrow. Today's Thursday. We got one more weekday episode tomorrow, Friday, 10:30. It's going to be fun because we'll be going over some football forecasts. In fact, actually, before I go, don't you go anywhere. Before I go, I actually have one forecast for you in store because I meant to even show that. Oh, I didn't mean to show this today. Where is it? I just remembered this. I didn't have this prepared. The graphic itself was prepared, but I almost forgot about this, essentially. There we go. Tonight, first night of football back here for us in the NFL. This is a look at the Cowboys and Eagles. They are kicking off the NFL Week 1 here tonight, Thursday night. Now, this is not in Arlington. This is going to be in Philly. 7:20 kickoff tonight here for the opening game of the NFL season. Look, and this is the forecast. I know what the background suggests that it's in Dallas, but it isn't. But this is the weather that will be happening. This is the weather that is expected tonight in Philadelphia. Looks like we could be dealing with some rain showers early in the game, actually, here for tonight before we're looking to dry up slowly but surely for the second half of the game. Temperatures will be nice and comfortable, but watch out for a potentially rainy, maybe a little bit of a sloppy game, especially because Philly's stadium certainly outdoors. So for those of you watching on TV, rain might be in your favor for Cowboys, maybe. We'll see. I still got Eagles, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, thanks for watching First Look with the Breakdown. Thanks for sticking around if you stuck around this entire time, especially for that forecast as well. I will see you again tomorrow, 10:30. We will go over more football forecasts for you, then some intriguing college football matchups for this coming Saturday with the local Arklatex, Grambling, Grambling, NSU, and LA Tech. All three of them are out of town this week. On Saturday, we'll show you where they're going. We'll show you what the weather conditions are expected to be, where they're going as well. There was one other thing with that I wanted to say. Oh, we'll cover your football forecast again in store tomorrow, too. So that's what we're going to go over for exclusive content here for tomorrow. As for today, have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow, 10:30. Be there. Be square. And most importantly, be weather aware. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Enjoy the sunshine. See ya.